Hey, welcome back to the Raw Food Writer Health Channel. The health channel where you don't have to like raw foods, but you do have to care about health. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to plant garlic in buckets in a car. Let's go. So I've got a regular bucket right here, and something that you got to do is poke holes in the bottom of your plastic bucket. It allows water to drain for when it rains, or also like when you actually go and water it with like a watering can or something. So I just have a trusty knife right here, and I'm just gonna make a couple of, I don't know, X's or crisscrosses, just kind of like carve out something. Now be careful, don't let your kids do this unsupervised, all that sort of thing. Always use a sharp knife, blah blah blah. And basically, wouldn't it be funny if I got hurt like right now? I'm like, oh yeah, be safe. Oh my god. Now let's not have that happen. There you go. Just making a couple of holes here. I'm sorry you can't. Well, I guess you can see it a little bit on camera. Working in the car, it's hard to get a good shot, you know. Anyway, there's two. Just gonna make one more. Famous last words, right? There you go. Just enough that water can drain out, right? So if you can see, there's 3 holes there. Okay, now remember, obviously there's going to be dirt in here, so when it rains, the dirt is actually, some of it's going to like seep out through the bottom. And when you're working on like a sidewalk, if you know, the reason I'm planting in buckets in the first place is because I don't have a yard or anything like that right now, not even a patio. So it's literally, as soon as you walk out of my apartment door, it's literally sidewalk that other people use. So to be courteous, I thought I'd put a piece of it's, I don't know what you would call it, it's like a packaging paper, sort of like cardboard but paper, and I'm just going to put that in the bottom. So any of the dirt that wants to go through will be stopped by that. Make sense? Alright, now the potentially messy part. I need to get the dirt that I have in this bucket into the other one, and I don't have a shovel. Alright, this should be interesting. But yeah, speaking about this dirt, I actually got it for free. I was out walking, and it was just on the edge of, I don't know, this like tree line. It looked like somebody had dumped out their old potting soil like over the years. It wasn't even just recent. It was like it's been building up over there, and they dumped it all out in this pile. And you know, basically I stopped and asked the nearby, you know, household, and they said, yeah, go ahead. And it was, you know, they didn't want it, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. So it was dirt just like that. And even though they may have grown stuff in here before, it sounded and it looked like it had been a while, and it had just been composting basically like at the base of this big oak tree, essentially. So I spotted it. I asked if I could have some, and they were like, yeah, sure. And so yeah, now I'm gonna do that. Like I said, guys, I don't have any shovels or anything, but this is it's a no excuse video. You know, like, I could be homeless and doing that. I'm not, but I could be, you know, in my car and just, I don't know, travel around, like stash buckets of growing food. I don't know, but so basically, before I go and get my hands dirty with that, let me just show you the garlic real quick. By the way, if you're still here, smash the thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't. Feel free to leave a comment. And I mean, I'm growing food in my car in the rain. Come on now. But no, here's the garlic. So you can see this has already started to sprout. So it really needs to be planted. You can plant it before it starts to sprout. That's fine. But yeah, when it gets to be like this, you definitely want to get it planted as soon as possible. So all you do, take off like that outer paper. Basically is, and you just split up the cloves. Each clove becomes a seed, essentially, for a plant. So the bigger the clove, the bigger the next bulb of garlic is going to be. Pretty easy. And then you just always want to, if you look here, you can see how that's roots on the bottom. So that can be broken off, but where the roots were, you want to plant that down towards the earth when you plant it. You know, common sense, where the sprout wants to go up to get the sunlight, so plant it upright just like that. Kind of common sense, and a lot of the stuff is common sense, you guys. Just planting your own food. There's definitely learning curves, like, don't get me wrong, but you know, it's not rocket science. So I don't know if you can really see, but I'm basically just going savage, I guess, and I'm just using my hand. You know, I'm not afraid to get dirty. If my car seat gets a little dirty, you know what, I'll clean it off and it's gonna be fine. Definitely clean it off before someone goes to sit down there. They would not be too happy. Anyway, so I'll probably fill this up about 3/4 of the way full, and this video is going to be a little bit longer than what I wanted. I'd really like to work on shortening my videos. I know a new thing on social media is like the shorts, videos that are like 1 minute or less. People have been telling me they're kind of popular. I don't know if I'll make shorts, but I'll probably try and shorten up my own videos to maybe like 3 or 5 minute videos, something like that. Hopefully I can keep this one under 10. But yeah, so basically I'm just picking up the dirt, putting it into a bucket, transferring the dirt is really what I'm doing. I hope you guys can see a little bit here. So yeah, it's a rainy day here, which it's good. I guess places out west right now are in a drought, so it's good to have rain, especially this time of year. And as soon as I get this planted, I don't have to do anything, just other than just leave it outside. It'll water itself. But if you are going to plant food in buckets or pots or anything, well, pots usually come with their holes, like drainage holes in the bottom already pre-drilled, so you don't have to worry about it. But if you are going to plant in like plastic food buckets that don't come with holes, make sure that you put them in there yourself, because if not, it'll probably end up killing the plant, to be honest with you, because the water won't have anywhere to go, and it'll essentially, you know, be too wet and drown, essentially. At least that was my experience. And you can tell like how fine this dirt is. If I had not put that paper in the bottom, even with small holes that I made just by, you know, twisting a knife in there, this stuff would have fallen through, and as the water washes down, it's gonna just basically get all over the sidewalk and you know, just build up. And I don't think anyone would appreciate that, so I'm sure you guys can understand that. Alright, almost there. Yeah, if you guys really have made it this far, I gotta tell you, there's something wrong with you. Why? No, I'm just kidding. I appreciate it. Yeah. Alright. Almost there. But no, I hope you guys are growing your own food. It's really the thing to be doing right now. Growing your own food. With the rising costs of commodities, food being one of them, it pays now more than ever to grow your own food. It really does. Especially, like, for example, this garlic. It's basically for free. You know, yeah, I bought the garlic, but it's kind of like once you buy it, if you grow it and save the cloves, you know, they'll last the whole year long. Just leave them in their natural paper. and put them in a cool, dry area, like a cellar or something like that. They'll last. And then next year spring comes around, plant them again, and just repeat. And you never have to run out of garlic. You'll never have to buy garlic again. There goes my neighbor. So yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, some plants you do have to buy seeds, or it's maybe just more convenient to buy them, and that's fine. But hopefully it's not cost prohibitive at this point. Although they are kind of making it more difficult for people to find seeds, and even I heard it's illegal in some states or some areas to like ship seeds through the mailing system. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird. It's almost like they don't want us growing our own food, if you know what I mean. But anyway, that's enough rambling. So I'm just lightly packing down the dirt now. Filled it up. You don't want to fill it the whole way up to the brim. You want to leave some space for, the water to settle down, and you just want some extra space in there. And this will settle down even more than that. So yeah, I'm just lightly packing it down now. Okay, good. Now I'm going to take garlic. Get that paper off the outside. Cool. Wow, it's really raining here. I can open that. I don't know if that makes the lighting any better. I should have done that the whole time. So remember, sprout up, seed down, common sense. I just kind of like, just use my finger. It's just potting soil, so go about 2 inches down. Put that in there. Cover it back up mostly. If you do cover a sprout at this early stage, it's not a problem. It'll find its way. There's that. Cool. I think I'll put about 3 in here. Yeah, 3 sounds good. Real easy, nothing to it. There you go. Pretty cool. And remember, so when these grow, I think the green leaf part is going to get about it's a couple feet tall, and then the bulb will get. It depends on the type of garlic that it is, but the bulb probably gets about yay big around. They usually have about maybe 6 or 7 individual cloves in the bulb. It depends on the type of garlic. This, honestly, I forgot to check what type it is. It's just your standard store garlic, but I know it's organic. I would imagine you have to, if you're wanting to plant your garlic, you would have to buy organic. Because the other stuff, it's GMO. It probably is not able to reproduce, like keep on growing like the next year, come up again. Sometimes they irradiate the food to make it more shelf stable. So yeah, definitely make sure it's organic, or better yet, get it from a neighbor that gardens, maybe even a garden shopping center. They may have some growing. But yeah, do what you can to grow your own food, because I don't know, I feel like no one's really looking out for our best interest as far as food goes nowadays. Like the people that are in charge, they only seem to want to push their products, which is genetically modified. But it's more than that now. They're talking about 3D printed foods, especially the printed meats. And I guess they want to use I've heard this. I don't know if you guys heard this as well. They want to use like bugs or some sort of like insects for a protein filler in these plant-based meats, and I don't know about you, but I am not digging it at all. So I'm like, no, thank you. I'll grow my own food, and it's gonna be all right, man. So this one's a little smaller, but yeah, I think it'll be fine. Just gonna put that one down here. Yeah, I really want to work on my channel more. I have a couple ideas in the works. I might make a website. I recently invested in some billboard space. It's on the web. Well, it is on the internet. If you guys keep up with that sort of thing, it's actually on Web 3.0 on this thing called Theta Million. So I bought a billboard on there. It links directly to my YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna make another like intro video for my channel, and I'm just gonna recap like what direction I really want to go with my channel, like what are my goals, what type of content do I provide, and yeah, just kind of like recap everything and let you guys know exactly what I want this channel to be about and what type of service I'm going to provide. I'd love to like write health coaching letters to people, being my channel name is Raw Food Writer. I'd love to communicate through like email, just typing, maybe like depending on what people pay, I could write them a paragraph, or like the next tier up could be a page. Next tier up I was thinking could be a page plus like a weekly planner of like tips and tricks to help people get healthier. Like, it's not like I'm like the healthiest person ever. I just basically try to improve my health every day. Sometimes I succeed, sometimes I don't. I believe there's a lot of power in raw foods. They can really help people lose weight quick, help you get into a better mood, get rid of depression, anxiety. Lots of good benefits to it, and I just feel like it's overlooked in our society. People don't realize it. All the great benefits of eating a raw food diet, and then you eat what you can. If it's only like 10% of your food is raw, well, I mean that's pretty low, but I mean 50%, okay, 50% not a problem. But I think people will find if they increase that to anywhere closer to like 90 or 80, 90 or 100%, they can really start to see like, wow, I do feel better. I am losing weight, all these sorts of things. But the cooked food, it tends to like zap, at least for me, like I find it like, yeah, it's sort of satisfying, like it tastes good, but it zaps me of energy. Then I have to sleep a long time, and I'm just, food sticks to me a little bit more. So if you're not that active, yeah, it's great. It's a great idea for someone to take up a raw food diet, especially if they're not that active. So hopefully as the weather warms up, I can get back into eating more raw foods, making more juices. And I do it now. It's just I'm not near like that 80-90%. I'm probably, I don't know, around 55, maybe 55% or so right now, maybe 60 at times. So yeah, I just think food's really interesting, and I guess I'm passionate about people, helping people live happier, healthier lives, because there's a lot of different facets to health. Like there's mental health, physical health, there's like mindfulness, there's like stress reduction, exercise, what type of environment are you in? Like, is it a toxic environment? Maybe at work you're not happy. Environment to me, I think, is one of the most important things. If you're not happy in your environment, whether it's your apartment or a place of work, I think that's probably takes one of the priorities that needs addressed if you want to improve upon your health, because it's kind of like you're trying to fix up your car. Like, if your body's the vehicle, but you're driving down like this bumpy road continuously, like thing hasn't been fixed since like the 40s, you know what I'm saying? And you keep fixing your car, but it keeps breaking because you just keep going down this bumpy road, the environment. So I think that's pretty important. Anyway, here's a bucket with the planted garlic. You can see them in there. I planted 3. You know, you can take my hand for the size of this bucket. It's, I don't know, probably like 10 inches across or something. But I think 3 is good in there. They're already sprouted, so I'm fairly confident they're going to grow. You could probably plant more in there. I could have done 5, but I think 3 is good. And I actually want to plant more buckets, not necessarily of garlic, but like onions. I'm going to do that. Potatoes, I'm going to do that. So again, even though I don't have my own yard space, there's really no excuse. I'm literally doing this in my car right now in the rain. So if I can do it, you can do it. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this. Am I, a fool in the rain planting seeds, or